everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast, the place where we talk about real life, real challenges, and how we can all grow a little better together. I'm Alloy, and today's episode is one I've been wanting to do for a while. We're talking about parenting, but not just parenting in general. We're diving deep into how to raise children in this modern, digital, fast-moving world we live in today. I mean, let's be real. Our kids are growing up in a completely different world than we did. TikTok is their TV. Alexa might be their friend, and they'll probably ask you what a DVD is someday. So how do we parent through all of that? How do we raise emotionally intelligent, resilient, kind, and curious kids when the world is changing so fast? Stick around, because this episode is packed. Let's start with this. What's actually changed? What makes parenting today feel so different from how we were raised? Well, for starters, when we were kids, the internet was a noisy dial-up sound. Now, our toddlers can swipe through an iPad better than our grandparents. Kids today have access to everything, which sounds powerful, but also a little terrifying, right? And as parents, the pressure is unreal. We're juggling work, trying to be present, battling social media perfection, and constantly questioning, am I doing this right? But here's the good news. Just because things are different doesn't mean they're worse. We have more information, more tools, and more awareness than ever before. The trick is knowing how to use it well. Let's talk about some of the key pillars I think every modern parent should be aware of. Emotional intelligence. Gone are the days of boys don't cry or stop being so dramatic. Now, we want our kids to express their feelings. But the challenge is, do we model that ourselves? Try this tonight. Instead of asking, how was school? Try, what made you smile today? Or what frustrated you? You might be surprised by what they say. Growth mindset and resilience. Failure isn't a bad thing. It's a stepping stone. We want to raise kids who aren't afraid to fall down because they know how to get back up. Empathy and inclusivity. We need to raise kids who understand the world doesn't revolve around them. Talk about diversity. Expose them to different stories, experiences, and voices. Digital literacy. Not just screen time. Screen values. Help your kids understand what's real online, what's fake, and how to be safe. Mindful discipline. Let's shift from punishment to let's talk mental health, because parenting is a lot. And we don't say that enough. There's burnout, there's guilt, there's isolation, but you're not alone. And our kids, they're facing more anxiety and pressure than any generation before. We need to normalize therapy, normalize hard conversations, normalize rest. Remember, a regulated parent raises a regulated child. Take care of you, because that's part of taking care of them. Let's talk practical. Social media. When do you let your kid on TikTok? Should they have a phone at 9, 11, 13? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. But here's a tip. Make tech a conversation, not a secret battle. Create a family media agreement. Make screen time co-viewing time. Stay involved without turning into a spy. School pressure. Help your child define success on their own terms. It's okay to aim for A's, but not at the cost of their identity or mental health. Identity, gender, and inclusion. Our kids are learning about gender, inclusion, identity, and fast. Be the safe place they can ask questions. Lead with curiosity, not control. Families look different now. Single parents, blended families, LGBTQ plus households, grandparents raising kids. No matter the structure, here's the rule. Consistency plus love equals stability. Co-parenting. It's all about communication, boundaries, and keeping the child at the center. We want kids who think, not just obey. Let them be bored. It builds imagination. Let them lead sometimes. It builds confidence. Let them fail. It builds resilience. Ask them what problem in the world they want to solve. Start there. Raise a human who gives a damn. Let's be real. Parenting today is hard, but it's also beautiful, and you're doing better than you think. Here are your 3 takeaways from today. Be present more than perfect. Teach emotions like you teach math. Don't parent alone. Build your village. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this resonated with you, share it with a friend. Let's keep this conversation going, because none of us were meant to do this alone. Until next time, breathe deep, hug your kid, and give yourself some grace.